Hey Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning in for your June 2017 Horoscope, followed of course by your fiercely focused reading at the end. Super excited to see what is coming up for my beloved Aquarians in June. What does Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising, what do they need to know for their highest goods? What do they need to know to make the most of June? Yay. June, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. June, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Like it. Okay. June, Aquarius. So I always meditate on you all and get some channeled information and, things like that before I even hop on with you. And this guy right here, this Ten of Wands, he was one of the cards that hopped out during my meditation about you. So you all are working hard this month. Let's see, you've got a lot on your plate, one way or another. Let's see. June, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? And this guy, he was the other guy who jumped out. Wow. And then the Page of Cups, I believe, was the third one to jump out. So if the Page of Cups jumps out, Aquarius, then my goodness. Okay. Aquarius, June 2017. Please, let's get two more for Aquarius. Wow. Oh my God, okay. There's the Page of Cups. Okay, so that doesn't really surprise me, Aquarius. That's not even really uncommon. It's still interesting to me in a deck of 78 unique cards that certain cards just continue to chase certain people because they really need to get their message across. So despite all that very random shuffling before and during this video, those three came back to see you again. Okay. You are carrying a lot this month, Aquarius, but I really feel like you're lightening your load by the end of the month. I feel like you end up making some commitments this month, and saying no is also a type of commitment. And I do feel like some of you are drawing lines and getting clear and putting certain situations to death. This death card can trip some people out, but Aquarius, I know you tend to be pretty cool-headed. I'm not as worried about how you'll react to it. But death is definitely not about physical death or anyone being in danger. It's about a definitive end of a chapter. It's really closing the book on something and saying, okay, if it is so, then let it be. Sing a little bit of Beatles to yourself and let it be. It's actually clearing the way for you. That's what I feel like. June opens up with more clarity, more mental room to see where you need to be, where you want to be in the long term. And I feel like a lot of you, for some of you, this is like actually your child, but there's a Page of Wands, and that is a younger person. So for some of you, it's like, okay, I don't have children. This could be a younger sibling. This could be a friend who is very young at heart, even if they are not chronologically younger than you. They have this youthful, bright, ebullient spirit. And this person is really encouraging, and I feel like they may even want to work with you, or they may be trying to get you to get involved in something with them. And these are general readings, of course, Aquarius, so I get a lot of messages, and I try to be as specific as possible, but I do get a lot, which is why I say things like this could be your child, this could be your sibling. And I feel like this person is trying to get you involved in something, and it's, that sounded very shady the way I said it. I don't mean it in a bad way, I mean a good thing. It could be like this person is like, hey, join my gym, or hey, let's do this project together, or hey, we should apply for XYZ. I feel like this person makes you feel lighthearted and makes you feel like, I feel like they could be either a family member or such a dear friend that they feel like family, in the sense of like feeling totally comfortable. Like, this is somebody who, if they showed up at your door with no, you know, warning of any kind. It would be like, oh, okay, come in, even if your place looks like crap. Like, because you feel that comfortable with this person. It's like, oh yeah, whatever, you know me. I feel like that's going to open doors for you. I feel like for a lot of you working with this younger person, or at the very least listening to this younger or inspiring, like youthful person's advice, is opening doors that makes you more money. I say that because you have the Queen of Pentacles sitting here, Aquarius. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. You need to trust your intuition. What do you feel? What do you need in June? What are the words that flicker through your mind when I say that? I'm leaving a little pause there very intentionally. What leaps to your mind? These are the kind of questions to ask yourself. Who am I? Where do I want to be? What do I like about myself? What do I dislike about myself? That's followed by judgment. It's like Spirit is saying, take a life inventory, do a life review, look back on your choices and see how you've gotten here, for better and for worse, and give yourself the pats on the back and the like admonishing or the talking to that you need for the stuff that is not helping you have your best life. It's not about punishing yourself, Aquarius, because you are loved unconditionally, forgiven unconditionally. And the truth is that things like shame and ignorance and just trying to look away from the past, that will never help you untie the knot. It will keep you tethered, if anything, to shame yourself about it. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to look at it, acknowledge it, and then make the shift, the change, the pivot. That's the beauty in getting a tarot reading. If you like what you see, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like what you see, pivot, make a change. Now is the time. Your free will is everything. And I feel like you're really carrying so much on your back right now, Aquarius, and it's because a lot of it, it's not you anymore. You're carrying, wow, Spirit just said, okay. I want to say again, Aquarius, you know, because you're one of the most authentic types and signs in the zodiac. And I just want to say, again, these are general readings. So if anything is striking you deep enough at the heart that you want to do a one-on-one with me, my shop is linked below. And I say that because I don't want all of you to take the following personally. If this does not resonate with you, then that is okay. This is for another Aquarian. But I do feel that for some of you, man, it's like some of this just needs to go. You've been carrying the weight of a persona, the weight of a mask, the weight of an expectation that someone else had of you, and the programming that somebody else had for you, like this is what your life should be, or this is what you're meant to behave like. And I feel like you have Justice coming right after that. And her sword and scales say to me, especially relating to this Devil card, it's like, cut the crap. Cut out the stuff that's not working, and that includes the shame and the weight that you're carrying from the past. That's why Spirit really wants you to look back, not to wallow, but to say, okay, you know what, I got that right and I got this wrong. And only so that you can learn and do better in the future. Never just to look at what you've gotten wrong or what you've been disappointed by. It's time to move forward. It's time to move on. It's time to use your head and your heart. You know, justice is nothing without mercy, and vice versa. And this is why Spirit wants you to trust your intuition. Spirit wants you to be fair to yourself and fair to other people too. I feel that you're doing some really brave work in June, Aquarius. The Strength card is sitting here at the end of your reading. And these major arcana cards, death, justice, the high priestess, judgment, strength. It's like, those are the cards of destiny. Those are cards of turning points in your life. And you're really going through something. You are really going through a metamorphosis. You're coming face to face with parts of yourself that scare you. Your inner animal. I just want to show this to you closer. There's a reason that the strength card is not, like a lion and a guy with a musket or a rifle or something. That is not strength. This woman's strength is in her confidence combined with her vulnerability. She's willing to risk herself to go stand in front of the beast and give it the acknowledgement that it needs and wants. And that is what enables her to make peace with it. That is what lets the beast itself know she's not here to hunt me down. She's not here to kill me or trap me, i.e. not trapping your depression, not trapping your rage, not trapping your fear or your needs, but acknowledging them and giving them compassion, giving them love even. I'm going to get really nerdy now and tell you Aquarians who might watch anime. I mean, oh my gosh, Aquarius, if you watch anime and you're watching a tarot reading right now, you definitely need to check out, it's a series of games, of course, as well, but the show, the anime Persona 4, the animation is the full title, and it's on Hulu right now. I know you can also watch the OVA on Crunchyroll for free, but I highly recommend watching the original first, because the second won't make near as much sense. Okay, sorry, I know I'm getting totally nerdy, so if you're not into anime, you're like, oh my god, get on with it. But I just gotta say, Persona is all about the shadow. It's all about becoming conscious of the parts of yourself that you may have been trying to hide and how that empowers you. And I won't give any more spoilers beyond that, except just to say that tarot is also used as a motif. So I'm a nerd and it's freaking awesome, and if you've seen it, I want to hear about it, and if you go watch it, I totally want to hear about it too. But the truth is, even if you're not into anime, but you really are into, like, what is my shadow? How do I become conscious? How do I become more empowered? It's still going to be really relevant to you, because it's all about acknowledging those parts of yourself that scare you the most. That's bringing you a lot of luck this month. That's bringing you... And the other thing that Spirit is saying is, nature abhors a vacuum, Aquarius. When you put something to death in your life, when you take things off your back that you don't need to carry anymore, you open up new energetic channels, and you open up to... It's like you've made this honorable, courageous decision to cut out what's not working. And when you do that, you make room for what will work. And I want to say also, Aquarius, you have two good friends around you. For some of you, I even feel like these are two sisters. And if they're not sisters, they're like mother and sister, or friends so close that they feel like they could be family members. And I'm saying sisters and mother and all that because these are queens, but really gender has nothing to do with the court cards, so these could be men. It's more about their personalities, which I'll tell you. The Queen of Pentacles is practical, very nurturing, very grounded. Like if there is somebody who, needs to bring you down to the ground, if you're like kind of going off into your mad scientist, air sign wildness, which I of course love, this is somebody who can really be like, okay, but how are we going to do that? That's really cool that you just told me like your idea for an amazing movie. Okay, where do we rent the cameras? Where are we going to film this? Like this person really is like, okay, let's bring this down to the earth and make it happen. They're very nurturing too. They're very steadying influence, which is why I feel like it could even be a mother for some of you. And then there's the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who to you embodies magic and creativity, maybe even literally magic. If not literally, like because she does have this black cat and wands are, the spirit. So she could be something like a tarot reader or, a sorceress, an astrologer, something mystical. Or she could just have such creativity and such artisticness that she comes off as magical. Her charisma and her confidence are where she really shines. And so she has brilliant ideas. And she also has a way of firing you up and inspiring you, and she has this warmth. She has a glow that invites other people to glow. So this is somebody who can really help you find your skills and help you embrace the best of yourself. I feel like there's good stuff coming for you, Aquarius. I feel like you just need to decide what you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. And when you kind of give yourself, like they were saying, that life review, or that kind of like assessment, self-assessment, a self-inventory, you won't go wrong. When you know what you want, you will move toward it unerringly. That is what that Six of Swords is saying. But now let's look at your fiercely focused spread. Let's see what kind of concrete action steps that Spirit wants to give you to make the most of June. And if you haven't been here before, Aquarius, this is a spread I do with 5 cards. And I first look for a theme for your month, what you most need to know, be, do, understand, or embody to make the most of June. And then I pick a card for the 4 respective areas of your life associated with their different elements. So like the earth element, your job, your career, your money, your resources. And then the air element, what you're thinking, speaking, writing, communicating about, what's going on in your mind. Then the water, or emotional, what's going on in your relationships? How are you feeling? How are you relating to others? And then finally, what's firing you up, activating you, making you feel creative or making you feel agitated? How's your energy level in June? Okay. And all of this, of course, with the point that knowledge is power, forewarned is forearmed, and you can see what gifts you're working with and what challenges you're looking at before the month. Okay, Aquarius, June 2017. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, wow. Appropriate. This is Temperance, Aquarius. She's not quite your card, but she's also a water bearer. So you all have that in common. This is about finding balance, Aquarius. Like they were talking about getting certain things off your plate so you have more room for that which really matters. Let's take care of yourself. Don't run yourself into the ground. Don't burn the candle at both ends. Be willing to adapt. Be willing to move a little energy over here from over there to get things done. I also feel like be calm, be kind. So many of you kind of have, your minds run so fast that it can even become anxiety. And you want a little more breathing space. You want to build a little more breathing room and a little more calm and even alone time into your schedule. Give yourself some room to figure out where you are now that, so many things are changing, that's why it's so important for you to practice moderation and let yourself kind of find your feet again. Temperance has 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water, just like you, water bearer. So get your land legs. Be kind. Woo! Go easy on yourself. Okay. Now that I'm throwing your earth cards, let's, instead of throwing them, let's shuffle them here. Start figuring out what's going on for Aquarius when it comes to their money, their work, their resources, even their body. What does Aquarius need to know about this for their highest good? I like it, Aquarius. This is the phrase that leaps to mind is single and happy. This is the card for single and happy, but it is also, you don't have to necessarily be single. It's like you were the lead on the project and you get to look around and be like, damn, look what I've done. I'm awesome. Like, I created this pretty much by myself. I've earned this. So it's a moment of justifiable pride. I feel like so many of you are going to make such good decisions in June that you're going to be able to feel really proud of yourself. And some of you want to save up a little more money. You want to put some aside for yourself so that you can feel safe. That's what I feel. Build up your little empire, Okay. Now let's see. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Aquarius? No, really, what are you thinking about? Clever, interesting thinker you. What's on your mind, Aquarius, in June? For your highest good, what do you need to know? Love it. Speak the truth. Draw lines. Cut cords. The Ace of Swords is all about breaking through doubt and fear to get to the honest truth and to make things very clear. So it's like they were saying, get clear with yourself, and in turn, you will get clear with others. When you are clear with yourself, everything else is going to be a domino effect, because you're not one to fake it, Aquarius. Like, you might be cool and you might be aloof and all that, but you're not going to pretend anything. So make your choice. Make your choice and let the chips fall where they may, is what Spirit just said. I feel like you'll be victorious. I feel like you will feel victorious when you're honest, regardless of where the chips fall. And I do feel like you end up being proud of yourself anyway. So I think you're making good decisions in June. Okay, let's see what you're feeling. What's going on in your relationships? How are you relating to others? How are your emotions doing in June 2017? Same card, different deck. You have somebody coming to you with a sweet message, Aquarius. You might get a surprise. So don't be, well, I was going to say don't be surprised. You will be surprised. There's something sweet showing up in your inbox or on your phone or out of nowhere, out of left field. I feel like a lot of you are going to be very surprised and happy to hear from this person, which kind of aligns with the idea that there might be someone from your childhood or even like a member of your family that's kind of trying to lift your spirits and get you to do something with them. I feel like, you know, you're carrying weights and you're making commitments and, you know, there's a lot of heavy stuff in June. This person is here to just lighten and lift your heart, make you laugh, make you, you know, have a little fun, and kind of embrace your inner child a little bit. Okay. And finally, Aquarius, let's look at what is energizing you. Ooh, wow. Okay, well, I was going to say energizing you or firing you up. And here we go, another ace. The Ace of Wands, a brilliant idea. This is why Spirit wants you to clean out the stuff that's not working, because you have something here that is completely viable. And that if you give it a little more air, a little oxygen, you like my sign language bunny? If you give it a little more air, i.e. attention and time and space to grow, it can become something amazing. It can turn into a blaze. You're gifted, Aquarius. What do you want to do with your gifts? You're gifted as a creative. You're gifted as a communicator. It can make you some money if you're a little kind to yourself and if you listen to the people around you who want to inspire you. Looks fucking great to me. Thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius. I hope you find this really helpful, and I would love to hear from you if you have questions or if you have any insights like this resonates with you or not. I would love to hear from you, whether it's in the comments below or if you want to find me on social media. All that stuff is linked in the description. I'd love to hear what you think. And I want to let you know how much I appreciate every like, any comment, every subscribe, and it means more to me than I can say, and it's almost my 1-year anniversary of doing this for you guys, so that's super exciting. That's coming up soon. I really hope this helps you create an amazing month, Aquarius, and I thank you so much again for joining me, and I hope I see you in July. Bye, Aquarius.